Howdy ho everybody, Nisi D here. It is February the 17th and I am going to try to do this quickly. I did this once and it was like almost 15 minutes long and that's too long. So, been a long time since I made an update, I think since before Christmas. I want to start out by saying thank you to Connie and Alfred for opening their home to us a couple of weekends ago. I am sure you have all seen the gazillion videos that have been up about that trip for all of us. And Rose for taking such good care of all of us while we were there. To Jane, Sally, and Tony who also stayed, thank you for being there and including me in it. It ended up being a bit of a retreat really, and it was just very heartwarming and recharging for me, something that I personally really needed. We got to see some of the locals, Kenzie, Robin, Kelly, Paige, Lynn, Yvonne. I can't think. I know I'm missing somebody, and I apologize for that. Berto and Kevin, it was lovely to meet you on Saturday, and I'm so glad you ended up staying overnight as well. We laughed so darn hard on Saturday night. It was so much fun. So thank you all. And to a couple of really dear friends, I'm really sorry that it just didn't work out. I booked my flight like literally just a few days before going. So to try and arrange without a car and anything to see everybody, and just because I was there for such a short time, Susan and Mary, I promise the next time I'm in Texas I will get in touch and we'll figure out a way. I'll make sure to plan it in such a way that I have more time and can see you two as well. Update wise, personally, I'm pretty much exactly where I was before Christmas when I went made my last update. And you know, I had a heck of a time after Christmas getting myself refocused and re-engaged and on track, and so here I am again saying I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do better, and I am gonna do better. This last couple of weeks since I got back, I need to do it in baby steps because work overwhelms me, and that's always my thing. It's just busy, and I've had lots of company since Christmas. You know, like virtually every week somebody's been here for a night or two, and so you're prepping before and after, and you have leftover food, and you know, some of that I throw away, some of it I send with them, some of it I take to work, but it still gets you outside of your routine. Plus, with work being what it is, I've been working a lot of late nights. Like this last week, I had a 3 a.m. night and a 1 a.m. night, and I'm just tired, and when I'm tired, I want a snack. I get snacky. And you know, there's research behind that as well, as far as elevated cortisol levels and not being able to drop weight and stuff. So all of that combined, I don't know, just like since Christmas, like I said, I've really been struggling and feeling hungry all the time. But I don't think I know it's not really hungry because I'll have a couple of bites of something and I'm full. I know that I'm not hungry. So it's like, I think it's a combination of being tired, stressed, overly busy with work. Right now, I've been feeling kind of sad this last few days, and I think that's, again, fatigue, stress, hormones, but I also think it's seasonal. We've had a lot of cloudy, snowy days this winter over and above normal. I've got about an 8-foot bank that I shoveled up in front of my house. And, you know, I think part of it is sort of a restlessness of wanting, you know, my plastic surgery is coming, and I think I'm afraid that I'm going to put weight back on. So you do the sabotage thing, right? Because I don't want to gain any weight before I go for my surgery, and in fact would like to lose a little bit more. All of that. And, you know, also coming 50, I don't know, it's doing weird things to my head. Like I'm not, turning 50 isn't scaring me, but I've just been feeling this sense of time is running out and things have passed me by. And some things have, you know, like my youth has passed by, and there's things to look forward to as we get older, being more sure, being wiser, hopefully. But yeah, like I don't know, it's all just kind of making me a little crazy lately. So anyways, I am getting refocused. I last week was focused on my vitamins and my food, and I did actually fairly good, and this week I was more focused on that, plus my exercise. I've been doing good with that as well. So I'm going to clock it and chalk it, and Janie made a video recently talking about goals, and and getting there. And you know, really and truly, Janie, you struck a note with me, because you're right. We do know how to do there and that, and I like the idea of charts. So I'm doing that this weekend. I'm making calendars. I'm going to get really focused for the next 3 months, and I want to see where it's going to take me. I don't have a specific weight goal. All I know is that I have a specific lifestyle goal. So I want to exercise a minimum of 5 times a week. I want to make wise food choices as regularly and consistently as possible. I'm an 80-20 kind of girl. I know that there are going to be times when I go out, so I'm going to make use of a little tip that I read about this week, where I'm going to make myself weekly treat cards that allows me to have a couple of glasses of wine a week. So, and you can't add them up and drink them all next week if you didn't drink them. They're 1 week only, redeemable for this week, and as you use them, you tear them up. So if you have a problem food as well, you know, if you're somebody that has to have chocolate, make yourself portion bags, and you have 3 of them a week. When they're gone, or whatever it is, right? I just thought that would sounded like a useful tip, so I'm going to try it. I'm going to clock it and chalk it. That's my theme this next couple of 3 months, actually. And I want to see where that takes me body-wise. I had an interesting conversation with a girl at work who has, you know, I've been there now for almost 10 years, and over the years, she's sort of gained some, lose some, gained, and so she's struggled with her weight. And in this last few months, like, she's just been dropping the weight, like, especially since about November or so. So I asked her, because I was concerned, I wanted to make sure health-wise she was okay. And she says, you know, I haven't changed anything that I haven't been doing for the last 2 years. But she said, I think my body and my metabolism has finally kicked in. She said that she pretty consistently exercises 5 times a week, and she's really careful most times with her food intake. And she says it's taken 2 years of 5 times a week being at the gym for 45 minutes to an hour for my body to finally kick in and start shedding the pounds, right? So there's hope for those of us who have sort of been in the same spot. If we get focused and devote the time that we deserve to ourselves, we can do it. And so we'll see how it goes for the next 3 months for me. I'm going to try and check in more regularly. The other thing, because I get so consumed with work, is just making time to do some of the pleasurable things, like going to Dallas 2 weeks ago. Today I'm going to a movie. Haven't done that in probably over a year. But I've been wanting to see The Hobbit on the big screen, and so I am going to do that. I have my ticket printed. I bought it online. Free, actually. I have points that I've got about another 11 movies I could go see if I wanted to. So I'm going to do that. And as a parting word, I was watching Criminal Minds, and JJ was being forced to leave the department and go to Washington for a job. They commanded it, and so she was doing a little dialogue as they flashed through past episodes, and this little bit was just very, very thought-provoking to me, and really struck a note with me in that. And I'll just share it with you. It really stopped me in my tracks and reflected a lot of what I was sort of, I think, feeling and couldn't verbalize in this last little while. So there are things that we don't want to happen but have to accept. There are things that we don't want to know but that we have to learn. And there are people that we can't live without but that we have to let go. So chew on that for a little bit. It just was very thought-provoking for me. I hope that you're all taking care of yourself and each other, loving yourself and each other, and I hope that you make a great day. Bye now.